Why a single graduation photo could shake the internet like this, you have to understand how rare any glimpse of Imani has become. Go back through the record and you find almost nothing. There was a moment in April 2019, 11 days after her father died, when she stood on the stage at Staples Center in front of more than 20,000 mourners. She stepped up to speak and could not get the words out. She backed away from the microphone. Lauren London, her father's partner, handed the mic to Little Cross instead. The world watched a 10-year-old girl stand in front of an arena and find that grief had taken her voice. 2 months later, in June 2019, she found it again, just for a moment. At her elementary school graduation, Imani gave a short speech. She said, "I want to begin by sharing my thankfulness for my mom for believing in me, and my dad for always being there for me." Present tense, always being there for me, 2 months after they buried him. The clip spread everywhere, and then she went quiet again. In 2021, a video surfaced of her singing Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You." She was 12. Fans heard it as a message to her father, a tribute wrapped inside a song. The clip went viral, and then once more, silence. A birthday post here, a hair video there. Small flickers on TikTok and Instagram, shared by family, never by way of an interview, never a statement in her own name. That is the silence the world has been watching for 7 years. Not a feud, not a hiding. A choice made by a family that decided a grieving child should be allowed to grow up off camera. So when that graduation photo dropped in May 2026, it did not just announce a diploma. It announced that the girl the world last truly saw frozen at a microphone in 2019 had made it through. Through the loss, through the court war, through 7 years of growing up under a shadow most adults could not carry. But to understand what this milestone really cost, and what it really means, you have to go back. Back before the cap and gown, back before the courtroom, back before the gunshots on Slauson Avenue. You have to start with where her father came from, because everything about Imani's story, the money waiting for her, the values drilled into her, the uncle standing beside her, flows from the life of one man who refused to leave his neighborhood behind. The boy from Slauson. Ermias Joseph Asghedom was born on August 15, 1985, to an Eritrean immigrant father, Dawit Asghedom, and an African-American mother, Angelique Smith. He grew up in the Crenshaw and Hyde Park section of South Los Angeles, an area where poverty pressed in from every direction and gang lines were drawn into the pavement long before he was born. His grandmother's family had owned property in the neighborhood since around the 1930s or 1940s, which meant the family had roots there deeper than almost anyone. By 14, his life cracked open. He left his mother's house and moved in with his grandmother, and from that point on, he was largely raising himself. He said it plainly himself. Years later, sitting across from DJ Vlad.
Nah, I think it was like a combination of, you know what I'm saying, just being out of age. I left my house kind of early.
How early? The answer came in the same breath, and it still stuns people who hear it.
When I was probably like 14.
Okay, so you're on your own at 14 years old.
Yeah.
14 years old, fending for himself in one of the most dangerous zip codes in America. He wanted music. That was the dream from the start. But dreams need studios, and studios cost money, and money in Hyde Park ran through the streets. He explained the math of his teenage years without flinching.